paused Hocus Pocus for the first time in my life. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Travis.
I'm Mark. I'm here too.
We are the Not So Drunk Watch.
Oh,
And now our talk begins. So we just finished watching American Horror Story Episode 5, titled Red Dawn. That's it. That's the episode.
All right, great. Thank you.
What happens? Okay. So,
I mean, just...
Maybe
okay.
the dawn.
So we find out that Dee Dee,
Not Nurse Rita.
not Nurse Rita's
I like
dad,
Not Nurse Rita better.
is
Was a serial killer.
was and is a serial killer.
Yeah.
Well,
So
no,
so
was.
we
He's dead.
right. So we understand now her reasoning for wanting to try to
Hi, Catherine.
cure. Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
We find out her reasoning for wanting to cure serial killers because she has daddy issues and thinks, oh well, I can cure you. Which my first thought
I'm a
was
psychologist.
well, it's great if we
Yeah, I
can cure
don't-
you, but guess what? You also know how to cure serial killers. Put them in prison and don't let them murder other people.
Well, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So we find out he's not cheating on mom. He's killing other women. He's seeing other women's guts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's
so
like, I think I can put it back in if I just put
we
a
know
sheet over you.
that is Dee Dee, not Nurse Rita's motives. And then we jump to
But continuing on that point,
Uh-huh.
but the best way to cure serial killers is not to release them from insane asylums and put them out amongst potential
she had to-
victims.
Give them the tools of their
Study him
trade
in
and the
his
fire
element.
to kindle.
How does that even work? Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, well, I released a serial killer amongst the place
had
where
a thesis.
he murdered people before.
had a
If I
thesis.
just watch
Yeah.
how he murders people, then I could come and say, hey,
Mark,
don't murder that bitch.
Mark, she's a psychologist. She was experimenting with the scientific method.
I think real psychologists all over the world are watching that going, oh, you are an insult to our study.
We can't be back with 2020 vision, okay? That was the 80s.
So we find out that she's also... So the whole point that brings that up is that she is a seed of evil. That she
Yes.
inherently, literally, is evil herself.
Right.
So, and we don't really find out what happens to her at the end of the episode, do
No,
we?
that was
She's
unanswered.
still
She's
around
still-
there somewhere.
She's still around
Still
there.
running amok around the woods.
Because she's not dead.
Amok. Sorry.
So then the next character we get is to Brooke. Brooke and not Mahogany. Montana. I'm getting my 80s.
Meadow?
I'm getting my 80s references mixed up. Brooke
No,
and,
Meadow was someone else entirely.
Brooke and Montana.
Meadow.
And Montana confesses to Brooke, now we know, that she was trying to kill Brooke all along.
But no. But this is after Brooks gone off and had a thing
Had
with
a
Dead Man Ray.
had a Whoopi Goldberg sex.
Yes.
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 Had a ghost sex.
Had
Ghost
Whoopi.
sex.
Just had Whoopi.
Had Whoopi.
Had Whoopi.
Whoopi Goldberg did not have sex with the ghost in
No,
Ghost.
that was the out of Debbie Moore and
Whoopi
Patrick
Goldberg
Swayze.
was
She's the first name I came up with. She
Yeah.
had Patrick Swayze sex.
Yeah, she was technically Patrick Swayze. You know.
Patrick
during that
Swayze
whole
was
scene.
inside of her.
Yes. You just only saw X-ray vision. Ghost
No,
ray vision,
but okay, but all right.
which we
But
just saw. Ghost
that
ray
that
vision.
sex scene was weird because it
What
was
sex scene?
exactly. Well, I mean,
Putting
all right,
shoes back
no,
on?
see, yeah, because all right, so they tried to make it a thing of like, oh, that was my first time, but it's like they touched and then they cut away and then it comes back and it's
She
like
was
she's
thirsty.
putting her shoes on and it's like you didn't even
Ghosts have no stamina, okay?
Well, and that's why I feel like the joke was like it was over so quick. She's like, "Oh yeah, it was great. I'm thirsty."
But it just like skipped over the scene entirely. I mean, I know sometimes you don't always have to show a full-on sex scene, but you at least show them kind of like really going into it and getting at it at least, and then cut away.
That
But
was
like,
the whole preamble talk. You know, I just feel like I've never lived life. Oh well, let's live now.
let's do it.
and then
Let's do it.
cut to her
Let's
putting
live.
her shoes on and saying, "I'm thirsty." I was
I'm
like,
thirsty. So she goes to the fridge and finds Ray's head.
Why is his head even there?
I don't know.
Why
That
did
was
somebody
weird.
put it
Jingles
there.
bring back his head?
Wait,
was
who? Remind me who killed him on the motorcycle?
Jingles.
Jingles.
Didn't really?
Okay,
Yes.
so Jingles went out, killed him, and then it's like,
Hey,
let me
Dr.
carry
Lee.
this head back.
I mean, I
and-
guess that's
hey,
why
Dr.
Mr.
Lee.
Jingles ended up coming to the mess hall.
That's
to
true,
put the
but
head
he didn't
away.
bring a head with him.
He must have.
No, do you know why that head was in there? That head was in there for plot purposes because
Exactly.
she needed
Yeah.
to find out that he was dead.
Well, and that-
and what other way to find out he's dead than to see
And
his
that's
head in
also
the
a
fridge?
classic opening of Friday the 13th Part 2.
Is it?
Yeah, where the survivor from
The
Friday
one
13th
survivor from the first
finds
film.
the mother's head in the
Yes,
freezer, and
that's
then
right.
Jason kills her.
And then dies
That's
instantly.
right. That's right.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, a 30-year-old spoiler.
Well, fortunately, it's the first
40-year-old.
5 minutes
Is
of the
it?
film, so it's not
Almost.
exactly a spoiler alert.
So then we know Ray is dead and he comes back. So now we know if you die in the camp,
You come back as a ghost.
It is very much like
It's-
Murder House
It's the
now.
murder camp.
if
So
you
pretty
don't,
much, if you die there, then
if you don't align yourself with the devil, then you remain in the camp.
yeah, because
Well, no, I think you have to get offered that.
Okay, it's invitation
So,
only.
Yeah,
invitation,
it's invitation only. And I think Mr. Jingles, what's Richard Ramirez already had he already had a ticket to the party. And
Right.
So Satan brought him back,
Right.
and then he offered an invitation to Mr.
Right.
Jingles.
Right.
Question:
right, you're not going to go around and offer that same offer to every single victim that dies.
Question:
Yes.
Are we gonna go back to hotel with the two serial killers? Are they gonna go to
Are they going to have dinner?
the Marsh's Devil's Night dinner?
Is the hotel in L.A.?
Yeah, it's in L.A. The Cortez is in L.A.
Well, I mean,
I
I
can-
guess we
I can
could
say that.
have a recreation. Maybe Evan Peters will have that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, please
special,
bring Evan Peters back.
Like Jessica Lange had a special one episode. Evan Peters could have a one episode, but that's Halloween, and this is summer camp, so that's a few months down the road.
Well, we don't know. They may jump ahead.
I mean, I'm not saying they won't do that. I'm just saying it's not.
Ooh, well,
impending.
I'm just curious because there's two serial killers headed to L.A. Back to L.A.
Oh, but I know what Mark's about to say.
Go ahead, Mark.
well, no, what is their Halloween
Right, because
episode?
it's the 100th episode next week.
Wait.
The next week, the episode is on Halloween.
Okay, yeah, you. Okay.
Oh,
I was
is
about
it
to
on Halloween?
stand up and go look at the calendar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Halloween's
Halloween is
Wednesday.
on a Wednesday this year, so they're gonna have their
Ah.
100th
Or the Thursday.
episode
Might be
And the-
Thursday, but anyway, so it's right
next
there.
week. But yeah, then they'll have their Halloween, and the Halloween episode is usually very Halloween themed.
yeah, it's
and
Halloween themed.
It's a very significant
I
sort
mean,
of
I
episode.
think it'd be. I don't think you'd even need Evan Peters in hotel to be like, we're going to the Cortez.
We got
but-
to
but-
talk about
but-
it. But if they go to the dinner, he hosts it.
Right.
Oi!
So
But what's wrong with bringing Evan Peters back?
Well,
We
I'm
need
just
some
saying,
eye candy. We
if
need
he's-
some more eye candy.
I don't think
and
we-
I'm tired of looking at stupid porno boys' unfringed hair.
I don't think we need him to give us that tie-in.
No, but we're not.
I mean,
gonna
we
complain.
do know that Ramirez does go in that original season. That Richard
in
Ramirez,
the original hotel.
Richard Ramirez Martinez. I don't know. The
Well, first of all,
Night
like,
Stalker.
Richard Ramirez has to be dead. He's not dead. Neither one of them are officially dead because Satan brought them back.
Okay,
So
Well,
but no, because not Eric Marsh. That's a real person.
yeah,
Who is Mr. Marsh? We'll call Mr. Marsh.
Mr. Marsh.
Invited the cop to the dinner. Remember? He sat next to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right, but the cop was the one he was working on, so I don't know.
Okay. I'm
haven't
curious.
watched
I'm just
Hotel in
curious
a
because they're headed to
long
the
time.
Los
I don't
Angeles area,
remember.
and I'm curious. And also, Murder House is also in L.A.
Yes.
Those three locations are in L.A. Camp Redwood, I guess, is outside of L.A.
Camp Redwood is Northern
North,
California.
right?
It's got to be.
Well, it said 100-something miles to L.A.
160.
yeah. So yeah, that camp is definitely up in Northern California.
Yeah, so Catherine's saying, I hope they go to the Cortez. I feel like they will eventually end up there. I feel like this is going to be like a buddy road trip film with
At least
Jingles
something
and-
happening in the location.
I would
even if
watch
there's
that.
no familiar characters there. I'm one of the few fans of Hotel, so
I didn't like Hotel. I thought it was pretty, but no.
I mean, there are aspects of it that were a little
wonky.
like everything he does. But I like the overall. I like that season.
I liked Hotel better than some of the more recent
Than Apocalypse.
seasons.
well, then
Yeah.
Cult.
Than Apocalypse and Cult. I think, yeah, Apocalypse and Cult are my least favorite seasons. Aside from Asylum. But I have a hospital phobia thing, so Asylum was not my cup of tea.
not-
All right, so back to this season.
So Margaret made it out again,
Margaret survives,
and she pinned it
Fuck
on.
her!
and
She
she's,
pinned it on
at
Brooke.
least at the moment she's setting up Brooke. But I think if not Nurse Rita is around, not Nurse Rita is going to be like, Brooke's not a serial killer.
But does she know that Margaret is?
She may not know Margaret is.
Well, if she is as
thinks
great
Mr.
a psych-
Jingles did all the killing.
Right.
If she's that great of a psychologist as she claims to be, she might be able to put two and two together and be like, that bitch did it.
Yeah, but also the evidence is they've both been witnesses to a mass killing. Both Brooke and Margaret have been in the middle of a mass killing before this. Brooke at her wedding, and then
Well, two people.
I see what you're
well,
saying.
they killed like 3 or 4. He was just shooting in the
No,
audience.
he shot the guy and he shot himself in the head.
and the dad.
Oh, and the dad.
He killed the dad.
Did you get the priest too?
I think he got a couple of people.
Yeah, I think you got the priest.
So they have been in the middle of a murder before.
Yeah.
They've been in this situation before, so I think that's curious of how.
Which is going to raise a lot of suspicion.
I mean, I feel like Margaret has to get caught at some point.
Right, she is not the most, what's the word? Stealthy? Or, no, there's another word I'm trying to think of.
Well, I think what's going to happen with Margaret is something that I heard you guys talking about. You know, Ramirez hasn't made it to the hotel and found his, purpose yet. He knows he's part of Satan. Possibly, as we saw in the previous one, maybe they're at that hotel,
Right.
hiding out in Los Angeles. Maybe, they're going to eventually have this
I think
Halloween
we're focusing
night.
too much on Hotel making an appearance right now.
Yeah, we might be. But, I mean, maybe that's when, Jingles is going to get his little speech from What's-His-Face saying, you've got a purpose in life, and that's to kill people.
Oh, that's a
so
good
go back and enjoy it.
Oh, that's a
And
good
He's going to come back
impersonation.
to the camp and get Margaret.
That's good.
Maybe. Who
Well, but
knows?
Margaret's not. Well, I don't know what Margaret's
Margaret
doing.
has to end up at the camp, and she has to die at the camp.
Oh,
I
don't let
want
her
her-
die at the
She's
kid.
Yes.
going to be the annoying person they kill.
Yes.
And then
I want
she
her
has-
to end up at the camp, and they turn the camp to like a nudist resort. She's like stuck at a nudist resort.
Or
Like,
she's going to show up at that camp and it's going to be like, there were 3 of you when I left, and now there's 10.
yeah.
Montana's been killing people left and
Actually,
right.
no, if I were those ghosts, I would take her, drag her out, and, stab her.
Nah.
Wait, no. No, just, stab her, not in the heart or something, but where she'll, die slowly, and just, kick her ass outside of the boundaries of the camp so that she dies out there and that you're not stuck with her ghost for eternity.
So in Ryan Murphy's universe, you are stuck where you die.
Except for on Halloween.
On certain properties.
Yes. In Ryan Murphy's universe, there's no one that can escape the power of death.
Yeah,
who
but
says
see,
this?
but it kind of comes down a certain property.
Well-
There is a hang on, that there is a property line. Remember in Murder
Right.
House when Jessica Lange's daughter, what's her face? What was her name?
Adelaide?
Adelaide?
Yeah, whenever,
Adelaide.
because remember she died out in the street, and she was trying to drag her body
Right.
onto the property line so that her ghost would stay in the house, but
Right.
she didn't. So it's there are property lines.
Right.
Well, that seems
Where
to be
your
a theme,
ghost
'cause
is
that
either
was
trapped
also
in there
the
or
issue
not.
in the hotel as well.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Which is what he was saying.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's
Hey.
anywhere you die. I think there's certain places that if you die, your
Okay.
ghost lives.
Ley lines.
Okay.
Because there weren't dead people across the street in Jessica Lange's house.
No.
They were
Yeah.
just in the murder house.
Right.
So
It's just on those places with a very high concentrated evil.
Like Roanoke. If you die in Roanoke, you stay
Right.
there.
Oh yeah, actually I completely forgot that Roanoke was the season.
Asylum?
Watch that.
Said no. Well, the Angel of Death was at Asylum, so you got taken immediately.
Which one? Oh, was that what's his face?
Francis Conroy was the Angel of Death.
In which season?
Asylum.
Asylum.
Oh yeah, I don't. Again, I don't.
She was there to
Asylum.
snatch your ass and take you.
I shut that one out of my mind.
So allegedly, according to the internet,
Not because it was bad. It genuinely disturbed me.
according to the internet, the lady in white in episode
That's the next 2 episodes.
7 or 8
That's the Halloween episode.
is allegedly going to be Sarah Paulson.
Okay.
Because there was pictures of her leaving the set for one day. She showed up a day. Now, whether she was just visiting friends, that could be it.
Nah, I think.
I
they
mean,
go
no,
to the
like with-
Cortez.
yeah.
I think
I
they
mean,
are going to
it-
go to the Cortez, like Catherine says.
But who could be the lady in? Well, who would be the lady in white?
What lady in white?
That's the episode name.
Oh, the next.
Well,
All right,
I mean-
for like 2 weeks now. During
But
the Halloween
I mean,
episode.
if we are going to Hotel Cortez, she could be Shoot Up Sally.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true.
I don't know.
Okay.
And the lady in white's a
Any
ghost.
last minute things? Oh yeah, Chet cops it.
He's dead.
Big strong man doesn't really put up that much of a fight with.
He
Margaret.
died in the lake. Does that mean he's still at the camp? We didn't see him in the preview.
I didn't see him.
He might be there.
No, they're
Maybe
not
he
going to
just-
show every single person.
Was he on
in
the
No, it
previous
wasn't like
preview.
they were doing a roll
Everything
call. I'm
away.
just saying we didn't see him.
Was the
Actually,
problem
you know what
halfway
he
through
did?
the lake?
He died in the same. If they're doing like a Friday the 13th thing, he died very Jason style, like because Jason died out on the lake.
Right.
But not because someone threw him overboard with an anchor.
Right.
That don't matter. He's still.
How did she get that anchor? That can't be a rowboat anchor.
I don't know.
I mean,
well, I say anchor. I couldn't really see what
no,
it was.
it was a large metal object.
Okay, and it had a huge chain around it. So like, if you're gonna like surprise someone with a chain and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna tie this around
she
you,"
had to have brought
and
that
like
with
you're
her.
not even gonna be
Yeah,
like,
I
"Wait,
don't know why
no,
a
don't
rowboat
put
would
that
need an
chain
anchor
around
like
me."
that on that
I
lake.
don't know why a rowboat would need an anchor like
Yeah.
that, or a chain that long.
So-
I mean, was the lake really that deep?
So Catherine said if at the Cortez, it could be Gaga. I doubt it. I think she has things that's going on right now, but I would enjoy that. She's in Las Vegas right now.
Yeah.
so-
We would not be against Lady
No.
Gaga showing up,
Good
but
Lady in White.
it's probably not
Maybe it
likely.
was Lady Gaga dressed as Sarah Paulson to fool the fans.
Ooh, that would be a plot.
She had her little screaming Sarah Paulson mask, like in
We had that. We could do
We
it.
have those.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like they should just ended it here.
Actually,
no,
wait,
no.
wait,
They got
wait.
something
Hey,
else.
Actually, no. Going off that right there, if this series this season ended right there with like everyone. What?
Well, you said series, and Siri popped up.
Oh, is that what that was? No, like if the season ended right there with doing all the slasher thing that happened in one night, and it just ended on that note that Brooke takes the blame for all of it, I wouldn't be against that ending.
I think we're gonna have the trial, or at least the investigation of Brooke, and then you're gonna have competing stories between Brooke and Margaret.
See, so this might be the point where Ryan Murphy takes it too far because, weren't you saying that? Oh, people were saying that halfway through the season there's gonna be a big old twist,
Right.
And it's all so. What now? Let me guess. We're gonna leave the whole rest of the thing is a trial.
Then it turns to
Now we're
the
gonna see
Brooke
Brooke
is
get
Brooke
treated
is
like
on
Mr.
trial,
Jingles.
and then we don't see Nurse Rita again until she shows up to be the star witness to say what really happened.
So this might just be where it's reached its peak in the middle of the season, and then it's going to be like, oh.
So this is Big
what-
Little Lies Part 2.
Yeah.
No,
Without Meryl Streep.
I think
Without
we
Meryl
just-
Streep.
I think we just hit the foothills, you guys. I don't think this is the main.
All right. We will see.
I think
Travis
we're just
is
gonna
very
go into a
optimistic.
cell.
All right. So we
Or
can
Valley.
continue this conversation after we've watched the rest of the season, but I will say it again right now. If the season ended right here with just Brooke takes the blame and all the ghosts are just there being like whatever, blah 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 blah, ha ha. I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah.
But you got to remember as well, this is supposed to be a slasher film, right?
Uh-huh.
Or the slasher series.
And we've had like 4 or 5
And
hours
We've
of
been making fun of that. But
slasher
remember, every slasher film, and they spend a wide genre, some of them had that nobody believes me trial courtroom, I get
Right.
arrested halfway through, and they've got to then go through and prove themselves, innocent
So it'll
or
be-
get out and redeem themselves. So I think, like I said, I think we're just in the lull,
Right.
waiting for the
They
next
make the
part of
jury
slasher
take a
film.
field trip to the camp,
Right.
Yep.
and all the ghosts are
All
like,
the
"What? Brooke didn't kill us.
jurors
Well,
are
Brooke
gonna
killed me. That was
die."
in self-defense."
Yeah.
The bitch.
So it'll be AHS SVU.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Okay, so Dr. Lee said he didn't like. He doesn't want a trial like Roanoke. I agree. Boring. I don't want to sit through a trial.
Well, yeah,
Um,
because that's exactly what Roanoke did, where it started. Oh gosh, I can't even remember.
Don't spoil it.
He hasn't seen it.
It.
It's beautiful. I loved it. And then
Okay,
Dr. Lee
well,
also
then I
said
can't talk about it.
Gaga's a big time Oscar winner now. Yeah, she did win an Oscar. Oscar winner now. Too big for the show. I don't know.
Oh no! Wait! No! But according to Andrew, she only won an Oscar
Oh, my
for
God.
music. So if she tries to act in a movie, you cannot call her an Academy Award winner, Lady Gaga, because if you're trying to show her as an actor, you can't say she won Academy Award because she won Academy
This
Award
is from
for
a
music.
previous argument we had.
This was before
7.
dinner.
I think
Yeah.
it's a loophole. Matt Damon won an award for writing a script, and now it sells all
night,
his
everybody.
movies.
All right. I think we've derailed. Andrew, take us home.
Really nice a drunk watch.
And now our
No,
talk
watch
has
it ended.
ended. Good night,
Yeah,
everybody.
because
Next
people
week.
look at Matt Damon and they go, "Oh, there's that guy who wrote Good Will Hunting."